That wasn't even for camera. I just haven't had coffee in a very long time. And, ooh, baby, that tastes so good.
Time to kick it old school.
Oh, hi, cocktails, and welcome to Coffee Chat. So 1 week ago, I had the privilege of going to RuPaul's Drag Con, which was wild. Are there words? Are there words to describe it? Before a week ago, I had never seen an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. I had 3 childhood friends fly in from both Michigan and Wisconsin to come attend RuPaul's Drag Con, and I just tagged along. So they are super into RuPaul's Drag Race, which is a TV show on Logo, and when they came in, they showed me a couple episodes of it. Now, I knew that drag existed, and I have a bunch of friends who do really like that show and watch it and talk about it online, but I myself have never seen it, and I've never been to a drag show. I've never really been part of that community, and so this was all completely new to me. What I can say after binge watching the 8th season and going to the con is that drag is pretty incredible. It attracts people from all walks of life. It is an exploration in femininity and sexuality and artistry and performance and comedy. There's like so many things that you have to be in order to be a great drag queen. And I was asking questions like how a child asks about their world, because I knew nothing. I was like, what, do I call them a he or do I call them a she? Because everyone's calling them she's and they're queens, but they're still men. They're not trans, and they're mostly gay, but they're not all gay, and some identify as women, but mostly they're men, and drag isn't so much an identity thing as it is a performative thing, and like, wow, I'm learning all this stuff. It's so cool, because in the past year, I've been learning so much about different ways to define your sexuality and your gender, and how those are independently different things. Romantic attraction and sexual attraction can be very different. Like, you can be sexually attracted to women, but not be romantically attracted to them. And there's like a ton of different... Garrus. Are we in the yelling part of the day? Are you yelling a lot for me, baby? I need you to not yell, please. I'm talking to the camera and I can't have you talking to me. There are so many different minutiae of sexuality and gender and identity that I would not be able to relate to you. But I'll link in the description below and in my little eye thing right there, Ashley Mardell's, I hope it's Mardell. Yes, it is Dell. Ashley Mardell is a content creator on YouTube who delves into this. In this like really long exploratory series on gender identity, sexuality, romance. She has this video that goes over like all the LGBT plus genres that any of us fit into, and I'm finding out more things about myself that I didn't really recognize, because I identify basically as just a straight female. I like boys, and I think girls are pretty, but I don't want to have relationships with the girls. So there you go. But I'm finding out that there's more specifics about that, because I do find women sexually attractive. And like a 12-year-old boy, I have a hard time around really, really pretty women. I don't know how to talk to them. I don't know how to ask them out for coffee. I don't know how to ask them to be my friend. And then when I'm around them, I feel incredibly insecure about my own self, because I don't see myself as being that caliber of ladyhood. I probably have bird poop on my shoulder right now. That's my life. That's who do I? And there's words for that. That's not a very specific Beth thing. That's something that a lot of straight women feel. And I didn't know that before. Ashley, thank you very much. But back to DragCon. So I went to DragCon, and it was like being in the future, because men look like women and women look like men, and women look like women and men look like men, and you couldn't tell who was who, and it was being celebrated across the board. And it was just this like great accepting community of people who were celebrating something that I was learning about. And I was talking to some people about how outside the drag community, it can seem like they're making fun of women because they're dressing up like them and they're playing to the sexualization of them. The people who do it, the people who watch it, understand that that's not the intention at all. The intention is to take something like female sexuality and play with it to the extreme, to push it past what's reasonable and to make it something that is so unrecognizable to become grotesque. How can we take what we find traditionally sexy about women and make it so outrageous that we get a different reaction from our audiences? At least in some cases. In other cases, it is all about the glam, it's all about the performative, it's all about like, I am a va-va-boom, pack it here, honey, check out my boobies, I'm gonna do my performance, say it. Ooh! Did I scare you? I'm sorry. So all in all, I'm a fan now. It's a subculture that I didn't know about before, that I learned about over the past week. And although I don't think it's for me necessarily, like I don't think that I'll be going to a bunch of drag shows in lieu of things like improv comedy, which I am all about. I do think it's rad, and I think I'll start watching the show. Also, I know this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Acid Betty is the best. Who looks like this? Yeah. Yeah. I just like her aesthetic. I like what she brings to her performances in that it is extravaganza. And it's more than just like dolling up your face. It's art, man. I think what she's doing is evocative and interesting. And I know she's portrayed as a bitch on the show, but she's not in actuality. I went to the con, I met her, kind of. More so took pictures of her from afar, but that's its own thing. And that's my cue to go, I guess. How do I sign off coffee time? Beans away. Bombs away, beans away. Keep coffee bean yourself. Oh, I hate it, but I love it. Bye. I'm considering to get a dog soon, and I'm trying to figure out a name for the dog. I know it's gonna be a male dog, but what if I name it Acid Betty? Oh, then his short name is Ass. Aw, that's cute. It's like messed up, but it's really cute.